Okay, so these are a few of the designs that I have made over the years this is what I would call quite basic Zentangle. There is loads more you can do with Zentangles, but this is the kind of simple approach that I teach or show people. Sorry, teach is probably a strong word to put up. So this is a very simple idea. So you're, as I told you, splitting the square somewhere around the midsection. So all of these are similar on that theme. So I'm just going to move these guys out of the way. These are the selection of pens I'm going to use. Now, these are the selection of pens I'm going to select from. I'm not going to use all of them. I'm going to have a see and see what comes as I'm doing it. But I'm just going to show you a basic. So, square of card. This is probably a little bit bigger than normal. That's usually what the size. But as long as it's relatively square. Now, why do I pick red? Well, I don't know. We'll pick red. So what we're going to do first to start, and aim this down here, is drawing the square that's kind of going to house it as such. Again, there is no exact dimensions on these, just relatively square. Okay, so it's not complicating it for yourself. And somewhere we're going to draw a half. It's raining outside, so this is reminding me of the water that's falling a little bit from the sky for me today. And for some reason I'm drawn to these two pens in particular. Purple is probably my favorite color. So I'm gonna do, oh yeah, I'll stick with the raindrop kind of. It's that atypical sort of October day. And this is a very nice activity actually to be doing on an October day. Sitting inside, more or less cozy. Might have to take the dogs for a walk though. So, back to wearing my rainproof trousers. And somehow I see a boat in that actually. And I like this shape here. So when I'm starting this, I don't have a plan about what I'm going to do. And you don't have to. These are meditative practices. These are not designed as maybe completed works of art that you have to think about what they wholly are finished like and whatever else. God, that does actually look like a sail of a boat now to me. And this is the bottom part. And in the last class that I taught it in, I was very impressed by a gentleman who made his very spacious. I just really liked the way he did his, actually. I hadn't seen anybody do it like that. I saw something earlier on, can't remember exactly what it was made of, but it was something that was a whale shape, and that kind of springs to mind. Maybe make another sort of one of those there. Obviously I'll get no prizes for my artwork, but that's okay. It's not about prizes. So they could be themed, as in if you're doing this process with other people and you're working on something with them in a one-to-one basis, this could be a very nice way of entering into that conversation. So they don't have to be overly complicated. Quite like that actually. It's very maritime to me. And yes, maybe perhaps if we turn it the other way around, it looks like something completely different. And this reminds me of a fence this way around. Maybe a shoal of fish swimming that direction. Wow, it's going all over. So yeah, these are a lovely little exercise to help to help people just maybe come into the present a little bit. You need a piece of card or paper. These ones, some of these are on paper. 2 or 20 pens, it doesn't matter. Actually, sometimes it gets more confusing the more choices you have. There's another one I did before. Here's another one. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 colours in that. So yeah, the idea is they're a short, brief little exercise. I mean, calling them an art exercise gets people sometimes a little bit worried that they're not an artist and they can't draw. This is doodling, and it's the simplest way of doing it. It's a repetitive pattern, but you could theme it. You could have a theme for whatever the word is the person's feeling, and that's how that they express it on the page. And there's no hard and fast rule. I really like that one, and yet there's very little in it, in a way. So I hope you get to try these out with other people. It's quite nice too. Patterns in it. And they could, of course, elicit a story, a conversation, what they look like. And there's no hard and fast rule with it. So it's amazing what things look like when you turn them in different directions. Just makes me think of a mountain and a road up it. Maybe boulders, top of the mountain. Like one of those maps with gradients on it. And there's a lake. Very stylized. But I like them. And you don't need expensive equipment, and they don't take very long, and you don't have to be an amazing artist. So I hope you get the chance to try them out with people.